Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome! Today we will begin over if the stock market will crash again in 2021. Don't worry, by the end of this video you will feel better. Let's get started. In March 2020, the world economy was in turmoil, as people were binge-watching Tiger King or swarming stores to buy toilet paper. Overnight, whole sectors shut down, and then there was a major crash in the stock market. Although the markets have recovered all of their losses by the end of 2020, there's a lot of concern and uncertainty about 2021. We must reflect on what we can manage in the midst of chaos, our mindset, outlook, and actions. So, could the stock market crash again in 2021? Even if a stock market collapse is expected in 2021 and beyond, you can never try to time the market, because that is gambling. If you're young, enjoy yourself and make long-term investments. If you're approaching retirement, make sure you don't have more than 50% of your assets in stocks and you'll be fine. Having said that, let's begin with a few questions and make sure to wait till the end for my final prediction. What exactly is a stock market crash? A stock market crash occurs when the value of stocks drops dramatically, prompting investors to sell their holdings quickly. When the value of stocks declines, so does their price, and people can lose a significant portion of their investment. Examples of previous stock market crashes from history. The market has seen many extreme ups and downs throughout history. When we look back, we can see that while a market collapse is a traumatic experience, it is one that we can solve. The coronavirus crash. The COVID-19 pandemic caused the fastest global financial crash in history in March of 2020. The stock market, on the other hand, rapidly recovered, and all major indices ended the year with new highs. As a result, keep your head up. You've probably already seen two big economic downturns and recessions. It's a normal part of life. What happens when the stock market crashes? A stock market crash is brought about by two factors: a sudden decline in stock prices and widespread panic. Stocks are small shares in a business that are purchased by investors who benefit as the stock's value rises. The stock's price is determined by how well investors think the business will perform. As a result, if they feel the company in which they have invested is in trouble, they sell the stock in an effort to get out before the value plummets. The truth is that fear plays just as important a part in stock market collapse as the economic factors that trigger it. Investors become concerned when they see other investors selling their stocks. The stock market then begins to fall in value as more investors begin to sell their holdings. The next thing you know, everybody is selling their stocks and the economy is collapsing. What effect did the coronavirus pandemic have on the stock market? After the initial plunge in March, the market started to slowly recover. The stock market had reclaimed all of its lost ground and then some by the time the ball fell on December 31st, 2020. In 2021, we still have a long way to go, but looking back, we can see that even the massive, frightening coronavirus outbreak didn't derail us for long. Is 2021 the year of the stock market crash? One crucial fact must be established. No one can reliably predict whether or not the stock market will collapse in 2021. Consider all that happened last year. Impossible it's to make this stuff up. All we can do now is decide which metrics would have an impact on the economy and your investments over the next year. In 2021, there are many reasons to be cautious about the stock market. COVID-19 is a virus that is transmitted from one human to another. The coronavirus isn't going anywhere, and new strains are showing up all the time. Unemployment. Despite the fact that we've gained millions of jobs since the country was hit hard in 2020, we're still seeing high levels of unemployment. Inflation. Certain stimulus checks have a price tag attached to them. Increased government spending would almost certainly result in higher inflation, which could cause investors to step back. Reasons to be optimistic about the stock market in 2021 include the following. Vaccinations. As more people are vaccinated against the coronavirus, optimism, movement, and spending will rise. Our country has a lot of pent-up steam and people are itching to get out and about. Old factories are reopening. As the world begins to reopen, certain companies can see their stocks gain value again. Think oil, travel, and entertainment. Growing industries include, during the pandemic, specific industries, tech, e-commerce, and biotech, made huge gains and will continue to do so, giving investors cause to be optimistic. Low interest rates. The Federal Reserve has pledged to hold interest rates near zero, encouraging consumers to spend. Buying low and selling big is the most fundamental investment concept. When stock values plummet in a crash, think of it as a chance to buy on the cheap. So when the market recovers, the value will be much higher with time. We might spend all day crunching numbers and making forecasts, but we have no idea what will happen in 2021. Let us be the kind of people who are ready for whatever the future holds. The stock market will crash, yes, at some point, but that isn't going to change my behavior this year, next year, or the year after. If you're going to keep putting as much money as you can into the stock market despite the fact that you can't predict the market, and that even the smartest people can't because it moves in a random manner, and if you invest for the long term, you can benefit because the demand always grows. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you everyone for watching and investing in your future. I hope that after watching this video, you have calmed your nerves and have gained a more optimistic outlook to this year. Please comment below on other types of content you would be interested in learning about below. And if you haven't already, subscribe and continue to learn more.